Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening from the UK, or good morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jennifer Adu. I am the face behind this page. Today is our 15th episode. Congrats to all of us. I won't be here if not for you guys. I'm so grateful to all of you. If this is your first time being here, like I said, my name is Jennifer Adu. I'm a mom of two amazing children. I'm a full time worker and a successful digital business owner as well. And this is the face behind Jenny Digital by Jennifer Adu. So you are very much welcome. Feel free to share anything you see on my page. Feel free to comment, like anything you want to do. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me and I'll be so happy to answer them for you. So today we are talking about the importance of digital businesses, the impact and how we all can take advantage of it, right? I just want to say before we delve into the discussion that you are very much welcome once again. But before that, I have a very special guest here and I'd like him to introduce himself because this gentleman, he has a lot of accolades. I don't want to say them myself. Let's hear it from the horse's own mouth, right? So let's get to it now. Hello.
Yeah,
Ayo.
hello, Jenny. How are you doing? Great.
I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. You're so
It's a
welcome
pleasure
to
to
the
be here.
show.
Thank you.
This is the Business Hub with Jenny, all of you. And today is 15th episode, and we are so lucky and blessed to have Ayo in our midst. Ayo, can you tell us about yourself? Who is Ayo? Who
Okay,
is
so
Ayo? I'm sure lots of people want to know because I've been making too much noise about it.
all right, great. So I'm a digital business consultant, as you can see, and I have over 15 years experience in business and doing business. I'm a serial entrepreneur, from blogging to yes, from blogging to web design to software technology to content management and marketing, PR for some organizations. So I'm originally from Nigeria. I've been in the UK. I have two master's degree, one in software technology, another in business management as well. So um, I'm a father of three with one wife, one and only. Yes, I think we have to specify in this age, and I'm a he. So wherever you're watching from, it's a pleasure that to have you here. It's going to be an amazing session, hopefully. Yes.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, how can I say all of these things? 15 years. Who do I have here in my studio? Well done. See, I take heart, give you. I take heart, I remove heart, give you. We are so blessed to have you here. If you are here
Thank
with
you so
us,
much.
so much welcome. Tell us where you're watching us from, and we will give you a warm welcome and a shout out. Okay, type in the comments where you're watching us from, your name, anything you want to say, comments, ask your questions, and I'll be looking at them as the interview is going on, and we'll try to answer all your questions as well. If you're on YouTube or LinkedIn, this is showing live on Facebook as well. It's our 15th episode, but it's going to be the first on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you want to see other episodes, feel free to visit my page, Jenny Digital by Jennifer Adu on Facebook, and you get lots and lots of topics around this, discussions around this topic as well. Lots that you'd that would blow your mind. So just feel free to visit us there. Follow us for more as well, so you can get notifications anytime we go live. But we are so happy that henceforth we'll be able to stream to LinkedIn and to YouTube all at the same time. So all of you are welcome to this gathering of ours, and we hope that we'll be able to answer all of your questions. So, Ayo, let's get right to it. We don't want to take lots of time today. We want to go straight to the point, hit the nails
Absolutely.
right on the head, and we'll be out of here. Can you tell us what digital businesses are all about and how it differs from the traditional brick and mortar businesses?
Okay, so when we talk about digital businesses, you're looking at a business that operates online. It delivers its product and services digitally, and that's what differentiates it. You might have a website or social media. You might be a mobile app. So those
Mm,
are what you call online businesses, digital businesses, because they operate primarily online. Whereas the traditional brick and mortar businesses, they don't have those ones are physical stock fronts. Whereas um, most digital businesses do not or may not have physical buildings where they operate
Mm,
from. You can operate it from the comfort of your own room. You could travel with it.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so much ease with online businesses now that you can operate them from your phone. I know quite a lot of people make a lot of money from just their phones and their laptops, and I'm one
Yeah.
of them. You're one of them as well. So digital businesses have come to stay. Since
Yeah.
the advent of the internet, quite a lot of things have started to change globally. And global businesses now require that you are online. There's absolutely no way that, for example, Facebook will have um, grown so fast and grown to the ends of the earth, or Instagram or WhatsApp will have
Yeah.
grown that fast if it was a traditional brick and mortar organization. It would
Yeah.
never have been able to travel or send all its staff or hire every staff everywhere all over the world. But now
Mm,
they're able to do that because it's an online business. So take for
yeah.
example Netflix. You've
Mm-hmm.
never been to their office before. If you've ever had an issue,
Yeah.
you've never had to. 90% of the users have never had to call anyone. You probably send an email and you get the support that you still need. And they
Mm,
deliver their services. It shows on your TV every single time you point your remote to the TV. And then you enjoy those services. They don't need to
yeah.
do anything. And that's what makes organizations, for example, like LinkedIn popular, Facebook popular. They're
Yeah.
everywhere because they're online businesses. So it has that fluidity that the brick and mortar organizations do not have. I was going to talk about a few other organizations, but I think we can move on to the next one. So that's the primary difference. That's the major difference between it. That fluidity, that flexibility is what the internet brings. It brings ease and simplicity to businesses, and it's redefined what a business is from 30 years ago to,
Mm.
on today. It's completely revolutionized how we operate business.
That's great. That's great. Guys, if you're listening to us, stay glued to your seat. If you have any question, just feel free. Tell us where you're watching us from as well, and we will be able to give you the shout out. So, Ayo, tell us how have digital businesses impacted our world today, wherever in the world people are. Digital businesses are, cutting through now. Can you tell us how they are impacting our world, how they are affecting everybody?
Okay, so there are so very many examples, but first I think I'll start with technology and how it's changed everything, and then maybe we can move the conversation to how digital businesses have revolutionized the world. So, for example, I'll use the example of cars. When before we had cars, we had different means of transportation. So probably you'd have also a mule, and climb it. I would imagine how we would do in this age now. If we had car, if we had to go on horses and mules, and all of that, and then you'd hold on to the rope tightly. I'm sure quite a lot of us listening on the stream would never go on anything like that. So things have changed completely, and that's gradually things started to change, and then
Yeah.
they started to have horses with carts behind them, and it will convey, carry many, a few people. And then we moved from there to proper, cars, let's say, that they were old school, but yes, cars. And then we moved to buses. Now we have trains, we have speed trains that can move from one place to another, and it can take hundreds of people, if not thousands,
Yeah.
of people at a go. And these things were not possible several years ago. Same, so as technology continued to evolve and men continue to think of ideas of how they can solve problems, we started to find out that we could make things easier for ourselves. We could
Yeah.
make things, we could do things differently. And that
Mm.
is where technology, came in and
Yeah.
solved problems. So, for, the transportation industry, same as airways and airplanes and all of that. Places where they couldn't go to before, they now were able to go. So, for example, in the olden days, you'll go on a ship, and it could take them months before they would get there.
Yeah.
They transport goods and sell, goods all around the world. Now you can go, put it on a cargo plane and then fly it there, and in 24 hours or less, you have those things in another country, and
Mm.
that business continues to move on, or that organization continues to, proliferate the earth,
Yeah.
in that saying. So those are ways where technology have impacted our world gradually. For cars, for
Yeah.
example, then we had manual cars, then we now have automatic. Now we have electric
Yeah.
cars. Things
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
continue to evolve. Maybe
Mm.
someday we'll run on air, same air that we breathe, and we only have to find a way to package it and put it into our cars, and then we'll be able to run. Things are continuing to, change and evolve.
Change.
I
Yeah.
studied about 5 years ago, for example, if not about 6, 7 years ago. I was speaking at a conference, and I said that there'll come a time where PAs would no longer be essential. Now we have phones, and they can serve as, a personal
Yeah.
assistant. You can schedule meetings. You can do a whole lot of things. I have apps on my system here where it can take dictations and automatically
Mm.
transcribe it,
Yeah.
and package it. We have AI tools now, for GPT and things, a whole lot of things that it can do. I can ask it all manner of questions. I can tell it
Mm.
to give me keywords that can rank my YouTube video on YouTube. I could tell it all manner of things. I can tell it to pretend it's me and give me answers.
Mm.
Like, you can tell it to pretend like a doctor,
Yeah.
So we're talking about how technology has changed and revolutionized our world.
Mm-hmm.
For digital businesses, I mentioned a few before. The fact that you can do business online now, the fact that you can transact online, the fact that you can pay online in any currency in the world. For example, today, I was just doing some things on Instagram, and I
Mm-hmm.
found that it said that I was now able to monetize my Instagram account. That means
Mm-hmm.
that every single time I go live, people can send me money, and I can earn from that. Same as my
Yeah.
Facebook page, and all of that. So these things were not possible before. That
Before.
is in its simplest self. While I was filling the form that Meta told me to fill, I wanted tax details and bank account details, IBAN, and all sorts of things, and my name, my address, my postcode, and all that. That is me. That is as simple as that is. If I would break it down, that is me running a digital business. As soon as I go
Mm-hmm.
live and people can pay me for delivering value to them,
Yeah.
Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, that is you running a successful digital business. It is as simple as that. So if I own, and have an ebook, or let's talk about YouTube, for example, if I own a YouTube page and I
Yeah.
can monetize it, and people can watch ads, while they watch what I'm saying or talking about, like this video will go on YouTube, my YouTube, later on. By the time someone is watching, and an ad plays, and I earn money from that, that is me running a digital business. So it
Mm.
is not only when physical products are sold online. It is not only
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
when services now are sold online. By you engaging content on blogs, that person who owns the blog already is running a digital business. That is an
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
business. If that
Yeah.
business is online, and that is how much our lives have changed. Where
Mm.
a 15-year-old or a 10-year-old can have an account, and they can become a millionaire in a few years or few months, because
Yeah.
they understand the power of social media, and they
Yes.
understand the power of the internet. Whereas traditional people will argue that it is impossible to become rich
Mm-hmm.
online,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
skeptical and afraid
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
don't understand that, and you don't the person probably does not understand the immense opportunities that that are available on the internet today and in this world.
Good. So if you're not getting anything, guys, he's talking about change and how we can align to those changes, right? Lots has changed in our world,
Absolutely.
and we don't have to stay behind and just criticize. Because he mentioned Chat GPT. I was going to talk about that, like the new change now. Everybody's talking about Chat GPT, and people are having all sorts of comments, all sorts. But trust me, how you use the change is very important. Take advantage, and you'll be surprised how ChatGPT can benefit your business. It's not all bad, you know. So let's stop there. Criticism is good, but let's not end there. Let's look at the
Mm,
bigger picture, the good in things. Okay, change is
absolutely.
good. So if you are someone who doesn't want change, begin to change your mind. That's even change. Anyway, so Ayo, the next thing we want to talk about is, do you think the digital age is responsible for job displacement? Because everything is moving online now, and some people are
Yes.
definitely losing their jobs. But do you think is a sole cause?
Mm. For people losing jobs. I will always say that, and this is my opinion and my point of view. You already know that I'm pro technology. I always tell people
Yeah.
leverage technology, leverage
Mm,
technology. I have
yeah.
hashtags on Facebook, leverage technology. You can't run away from it. It's like saying that maybe we shouldn't have discovered, or we shouldn't have had modern doctors. Modern doctors have done better than traditional doctors in several ways. They've saved life. So they are able to measure and look at metrics, and look at why we're falling ill even after using certain medicines. They've done that. So I'm pro technology, obviously. What I would say, to anyone who may argue that maybe people lose their jobs. That a lot of people, there might be cases where I believe that as human beings, we might take things too far. It's like sometimes when you watch a movie and you see someone going or walking at the edge of a cliff, you're saying don't do it. Some people just like to dare, and by daring they discover. By
Yeah.
daring as human
Yeah.
beings, we make discoveries. So
Mm,
you can't discover without daring. It's almost
yeah.
impossible to find something new without trying, and pushing yourself to a limit. It's
Yeah.
never going to be possible. You can't become the fastest
That's
man in the
true.
world without daring, without trying, without pushing harder. It's impossible. But what I'll say is, as much as human beings can sometimes, might sometimes take it beyond the norm, even when we think, oh, no, that's gone too far. And that at times where I feel, yeah, I think sometimes we human beings, we can take things too far. But the fact remains that without technology, for example, there's so very many things we wouldn't enjoy in this world, including power, including the internet. So if
Yeah.
we want to talk about whether it takes jobs, what I would say is find a way to embrace it, because change is always constant in life. Change will always happen to us. Now, let me give you another example. Childbearing in 15 or 1808 is
Were
totally
you there?
different
Are
from
you?
childbearing. I wasn't
Were you
there.
there?
I'm just saying we've read so many things. It's different from now. And what are the differences? For example, we'll talk practically about the mortality rate between
Mm,
then and now.
yeah. Yeah.
So now we're able to save more women um, than we could then. I believe there was nothing like epidural, for example.
Mm, mm,
There was nothing like the modern way of cesarean, the surgeries, or what do we call it? That people go through um when they try and give birth, and they can't, their bodies can't take it anymore. We're humans and we have limits. Technology simplifies, technology assists, technology supports, technology helps us in ways we can't imagine. So for example, a phone call is better than writing a letter to someone in
Right.
Australia if I'm in the
Yeah.
UK. So and one step further, a video call is much better than a phone call. So I can
Yeah,
see
that's
the
right.
person, I can feel their emotion,
Yeah.
I can understand. So if the person was going through pain and I wanted to have a chat with them, a video
Mm,
call is much more better because I can see
exactly.
them. If I
Mm,
wanted to pray for them, I understand now what they're going through. If I wanted to say soothing words to them, I understand exactly how they're writhing in pain, and feeling. I can see that they're crying. They're not just
mm,
telling me, I can see
exactly.
it. So if I can put myself in their position at that time because I can see it, I can empathize more. I can become more human. Now, see
Yeah.
how I've taken technology that we always look at it like it's gadgets and whatever, and I have added the emotional factor to it. I've
Yeah.
added the
Yeah.
human elements to it. And that's what makes it totally different. That's what brings it down to earth for us. When we look at the simplicity that it brings into our life, look at the ease the technology brings into our lives, we'd
Mm,
understand that we do not have a choice. It does not take jobs. Let's be honest, it does not take all the jobs. I always, like I said, I'm pro technology. Listen to this. Now, if you look at how technology operates. So things are going to change anyway. Right now, there are ways we're doing things. There are ways we're
yeah.
bringing up our children. There are ways, if you want to be a footballer, there are ways, you go and practice. Things are evolving even in that space. But because
Yes.
you're not a footballer and I'm not a footballer, we don't complain about it. The ones we complain about are the ones that interfere with our lives and our jobs. Now, the thing to do is to find out. So gadgets will always be gadgets, no matter how human we make them look. There would be people who would control them. There will be people who would edit them. There will be people who would, when before phones came, mobile phones came, if you have a mobile phone, look at it very well. Before they came, they're wearing mobile phone technicians. There was nothing like that, right? So as soon as mobile phones came, some people needed to learn how to repair mobile phones because they were going
Yeah.
to spoil,
Mm,
because it's a gadget. The internet came into every home. Do you know how many jobs that has created? Because there are
created.
now technicians who come and fix it, who come and install it in your homes. They learned the job. So for every change or every error, when there's a change, what we should do is learn the skill appropriate to that decade or era or
Exactly.
season
Mm,
of our lives. If
mm,
now we're saying go online, I've been preaching to people to go online probably now about 10 years consistently. Go online, take your business online. We were building businesses for people in the UK and
mm,
all of that. Then we were building businesses, so websites rather for churches. We were building for businesses. We were building for individuals. We're saying go online. A lot of them said,
mm.
no, there's no need for a website.
No.
We don't need that.
Mm,
We're saying have a page, have a Facebook page, have an Instagram
yeah.
page, have an Instagram account, go on
Mm,
Facebook, do well on Facebook, build your brand. There's nowhere in the world, and I say this, without any reservation, nowhere you can build your brand or your business faster than social media in this age. No
and it's
amount
free.
of, yeah, and it's free, absolutely free. I
It's
love that.
free,
And it's
you know?
absolutely free. You can access this, you can open it today and start to build today. You can
Yeah.
start to communicate who you are, your essence, your brand, to people. And then once they fall in love with you, they start to follow you. And that way you can sell to them. Now, you don't sell to people who don't know you. So
Mm,
first of all, build, post content, publish, content, gain, show your mastery, show your expertise to people, let them know the areas. When you say technology, a lot of people who follow me know that, oh, this man talks a lot about business and technology, a whole lot. And then maybe if I'm talking about lives, I'm talking about how you can improve yourself or grow yourself. And I'm talking about a few things like that. So it is absolutely important that we, for every time there's a change, we learn the requisite skill that is required for us to be able to adapt into, in that season of our lives, or in
Yeah.
that season, globally.
So, with everything that Ayu has said, I mean, you may think it's a lot. It's not. It's very simple. I'm going to break it down to answer some of our next questions. So, we are talking about digital business here, though we are talking about technology and changes and all that. We are trying to, link it all up with our with digital entrepreneurship, and a lot of people know what entrepreneurship is all about. We are just saying, add everything, make it digital, bring it
Mm.
online, and it's free. You don't need special skills to be able to be online. No, as long as you can use a phone, as long as you can sit behind your laptop, your TV, manipulate things and do all that, you can be online. So it's very, very simple and it's free. You don't need to go to school to learn how to use social media, right? So just get out of your comfort zones, zone into the digital space and take advantage. Okay, all of you guys online, we have done Boama Asante. He's watching us all the way from New Brunswick, Canada. You're welcome, Daniel. Share your comments and ask your questions. We'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so as we are talking about is digital entrepreneurship. Things, it's just making our lives easier and easier and easier. Don't complicate your own business, right? So just bring your business online, share it with the world, because as long as your business is online, it's global. Anyone can see it, anybody can share it. You don't know where it's going to go. So come online with your businesses. If you don't have any skills, you think, how will I do this? Don't worry your head. You don't need, you scroll on social media, you scroll on people's Facebooks, you scroll on people's Instagrams, you scroll and do all sorts, right? You can use that to earn. That's all we are talking about today. So we've spoken about all the positives and so much more. If we continue to talk about lots and lots of positives, I don't think we're going to leave here. Let's talk about a few challenges and how you overcome them, because the fact that it's all good doesn't mean that it's all rosy. There's definitely challenges to it. So what are some of the challenges of being an online entrepreneur, and how do you overcome these challenges?
Oh, okay. So one of the basic ones I know about that a lot of people struggle with is, just for example, just before this stream, you remember we were talking about, our Facebook Live, for example, keeps on changing, or Facebook
Yeah.
generally, or so one of the basic ones is, the changing technology.
Mm,
Quite a whole lot of things change. There's one update after the other. If you check your app
hmm.
now, you would have updates for apps that you need to update. There's
Yeah.
always one new feature, because as new problems arise, new solutions would follow. So they will always have updates, one update after the other. Another one is maintaining, that work-life balance. It's always a challenge sometimes,
Mm, mm.
for people who work online, to be able to maintain, especially, for example, if you have kids, they're going to bump into you when you're having a live stream or a meeting, and all of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't sleep enough because you're thinking of, because you work online, sometimes you don't even eat enough. And I've heard quite a lot of people. I mentor quite a number of people as well, and I've mentored in the past, and quite a lot of them complain about these things, not sleeping well, because they work online. You're constantly looking at a screen, and if you don't understand how to manage yourself, how to use
Mm.
the right, tools or gadgets,
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
struggle. You might struggle with working online, and it's easy to solve some of these problems. It's
Yeah.
follow the right industry trends. If there places where you can get the right updates, do that. Improve your skill sets, over time, and then exercise, especially if you work online. Sometimes you might need a bit of exercise, a bit of walk here and there.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes get off that system or computer or phone. For example, on my Instagram, in the last probably say 60, 90 days, I've not done more than an hour on Instagram. No, I don't know. I go there, come out, do what I have to do, check a few things, and I'm out. So that discipline, if you're working online, is absolutely essential, to you being able um, to you being able to be successful as an online or digital entrepreneur. If you can balance it, I talked about that work-life balance. If you can
yeah,
maintain that adequately, you will find out that it's pretty easy to overcome. But if you
yeah.
can't, you will struggle. And those are some of the challenges. Sometimes I had a friend, for example, who had a problem with his wrist, when we were doing our masters then in Aberdeen,
Mm,
because it was for several years, it was always on the computer for hours. It used to code.
mm,
It was
mm.
there for hours. It will be there for several hours, coding, doing all sorts until started
Wouldn't.
having pain on his wrist. And it wasn't funny. It was always very painful to him. So different people. Some
Yeah.
people use glasses. My glasses are not recommended, but I use them because of the screen, and I have a couple of
Mm,
them. Even though in my family we everybody uses their glasses, but I don't use the recommended one because I've always
that's
tried
good
to
then.
protect myself.
Yeah, from the
So
screen.
know
Yeah.
know understand your body. If you work a
Mm-hmm.
lot online, understand your body, and then
Yeah.
find out what do I need to do to protect
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Yeah.
and then to be able to balance things properly.
Mm.
That's for me, that's one of the best ways that we can navigate that
Yeah,
lifestyle.
and the main reason why we are coming online digital is to make our lives easy. So don't come
Absolutely.
complicate things for yourself. You need to have a plan. You need to schedule things and stick to them. And it's very easy because we can have scheduling, you can schedule your content and all that. We teach all that. Okay. Ayo and I are both mentors and consultants, and we do teach all these things. So don't stress yourself working online, doing every single thing every minute. No, you need to plan. You can spend as much as just 2 hours the whole day, and that's okay. The business will
Exactly.
go on, right? So just weigh the options. Don't kill yourself, basically, because the main reason why we are all coming online is not to kill ourselves. Okay, so we have Rachel watching us from Kingston, Ontario, and we have
Wow, absolutely amazing.
sorry if I don't pronounce your name well. Forgive me. Iyabode.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
correct?
buddy. Yeah.
Iyabode, watching from London, United Kingdom. You guys are so welcome. If you have any question, feel free to put in the chat box. So, this question is very, very, I don't know, but let's see. So, a lot of people enjoy things from online. They shop, they consume products and services. In fact, these days we go to the doctors online. We do a lot online, but most of these people, when you talk to them about business online, they are very skeptical. What do you have to tell such a group of people?
You mean people skeptical about the online world, isn't it?
Digital businesses
Um,
going online,
about
they
digital
think
businesses.
everything is a
Yeah,
scam.
and I can understand, that sentiment, but I can't excuse it. I'll say it again. I
Hmm.
can understand the sentiment, but I can't excuse it. And here is the reason. Um, with the way the world is shaped now,
Yeah.
even currency is digital, isn't it? So we shop, we buy, you pay your rent or you pay
Hmm.
your mortgage, on your phones. You set direct debit on your phones. So
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
have changed. What we need to do is to understand that yes, things have changed and we skill up. Now, when I say skill, don't be scared and say, oh, I might need to learn or get a certification. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So, for example, you should be able to know when you're buying from a deceptive website or fraudulent website
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
when you're not. And
Mm-hmm.
there's several ways you could tell or check, for that. But we can have that conversation, maybe another meeting. But these are things you
Yeah.
could put down and you check out. So how do you know that a site is safe? That your details are safe on the site. There's what we call SSL. So those are things you might need to look out for. You see that padlock sign beside,
Yeah.
the website,
Yeah, the
the
URL.
website,
Yeah.
address or URL. It is
Yeah.
important that you look out for that. Sometimes you might also have it on a deceptive website, and that's absolutely true. They can set it up that
Yeah.
way. But whoever you're paying to, you should know exactly why they're asking for money from you. Banks
Mm.
send us all manner of emails and messages about scams. Even
Yeah.
banks understand that no matter how careful you are, scams will still
Yeah.
exist. Scams
Yeah.
used to exist even before the online world. They used to
Yeah.
exist a
That's true.
whole lot when people would
Mm.
talk to you and scam you. They would
Mm.
look you in the eye and still scam you, and deceive you. So now you could
Yeah.
not imagine, and also be careful. So I'll give you a typical example. I was trying to buy something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and this guy kept on talking to me. I was chatting with him, and he said, "Oh, this product." I asked for a particular product, and he said, "Oh, it's not longer available." But he has another one that's available. This is Facebook Marketplace, you know.
Mm.
And I just thought, oh, I'm just going to buy it. If someone can deliver it within my vicinity, I can
Mm-hmm.
get it that day or the next day maximum, and that's what I wanted. So I was chatting with this guy, and he said, "Oh, this one now is available. It goes for XYZ pounds." And I said, "All right, that's fine." Then we kept on chatting. When can you deliver? I can deliver tomorrow to you. When are you available? I
Mm.
said, "I was picking the kids, blah blah blah. This is when I'm available," and all of that. And we agreed on the time. And it came to payment, and I said, "I'll pay you on delivery." And he
Mm-hmm.
said,
Mm-hmm.
"No, we don't accept payment on
On
delivery. We
delivery.
only accept payment via PayPal." And I said, "Okay, I can pay you via PayPal, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to pay." And I said, "No, what you need to do is pay me via PayPal, as friend and family." And friend and family, once you send money to friend and family, you cannot get it back through
No, you
PayPal.
can't.
Never. It's gone because
No.
it's like a gift.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said to him, "I'm going to pay you as a service. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
so I'll pay
That's
you, I'll
right.
send this money to you because I know that I can always get my money if you're verified, and I can also check if you're verified as a business. Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
I can check that you're verified as a business, and
Yeah.
then I can pay you. Now if you're verified as a business, I can pay you, or as an
Mm-hmm.
individual. That means
Mm.
PayPal knows your name, they know your phone
Yeah.
number, they know your
Yeah.
address, you're verified, they have your picture, they have your
They
ID
have your
details.
picture.
so,
Yeah.
so I know that I'm chatting with someone who's verified. And he said, "No,
Mm.
we don't do that." I said, "No, I can't pay you. I don't mind paying you right now." He said, "Oh, the PayPal charges us extra. They charge us every month." I said,
Yeah.
"No, I've been
Yeah.
using PayPal since 2008 or 2009 rather, or 10, for several reasons or for several things in the UK. You cannot tell me that PayPal charges you extras at the end of the month apart from the the whatever they charge you immediately." I said, "Whatever extra they're going to charge you when I send money to you, let me know the percentage. I'll work it out for you and I'll pay you. If it's 5% or 2%, I'll pay
Yeah.
you that
Yeah.
extra. And then when you come deliver my product." He said, "No. Do you know that it did not?" And this guy he sent me as proof. He sent me screenshots of chats with people. And I saw several people chatting with this guy on Facebook, and some of them would pay him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll come back and say that the online world does not work. It is all
Mm.
fraudulent. And now
Yeah.
that same perception, that same experience will be transferred to when you talk about probably starting an online business or having an online
Mm.
business or taking your business online. So if someone, sells clothes and you say, "Why don't you go on Amazon?" People
Mm-hmm.
shop on
Mm-hmm.
Amazon. Why don't you have a store on Amazon? Do you know that you can sell and save a lot of money for yourself in this age if, for example, you were selling on Amazon or selling on eBay?
Mm.
Now, I've sold on
Yeah.
eBay before, I've sold on Amazon, I've done all of these things just to have the experience I can talk, to people about. So it is absolutely important in this day and age that we understand that there are risks online. There were risks
Yeah.
before. These scammers have evolved as the world is changing, they're changing. So why not
They're also
you? You know,
changing.
that's the question. So as the world is changing, your scammers are changing. The
Yeah,
terrible ones are changing. So the good
yeah,
ones must change. You watching right now, one of the good ones, and I need you to change. And that's the message today. We need you to embrace technology and find a way
yeah.
to learn how to protect yourself online, because there are too many benefits. To be honest with you, there are too many benefits, too many good things
Mm,
about going
yeah,
online. If you're going to fulfill purpose now, I don't care what calling you have. If you're a pastor, you're a thought leader, you're a business person, you're a
yeah.
doctor, whatever it is, you want someone who's online. You
Mm,
want, for example, I've seen doctors who talk about and help people online. They just talk about the challenges, and new diseases and how you can protect yourself during COVID.
yeah.
How did we spread the message?
How
Online.
did we
That's it.
survive? Yeah.
How did we survive? Online. How did we, protect ourselves? Online. We knew the right, vaccinations. We knew that Pfizer was good. We knew that this one and that one was bad. And all that. We knew that Moderna was good. There are quite a lot of things that were happening then. And one of the ways we were able to survive was because we were all online. A lot of us
Mm,
went online or started really going online during that period as well. There are a lot of people, since COVID, who now discovered that in the internet is the new oil,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's where it is. We need to all mine it
Yeah, that's
together.
right. That's right. And it's global, guys. I keep repeating that it's
Absolutely.
global. So Ayo was talking about people being skeptical. And for me, my response to skepticism is it's good. Why? Because it
Yeah.
will help you to do your research. Do the research. If you're skeptical, that's okay. It's normal. It's human. But don't just be skeptical and just be there and conclude without
Mm.
facts. Research and conclude. Okay. So, like he's saying, there are so many signs to know if someone is scamming you. Find out and decide. Don't just be skeptical and just conclude everything online is a scam. It's not. All right. So, we've come to the end of our interview today. We've learned so much. I have learned so much. We have Ida watching us from Sweden. Hi, Ida. You're
Wow.
welcome. So we
Thank you.
have, you see, we are both in UK, and I'm in Birmingham. Are you? Where are you in UK?
I'm in Arrogate.
See,
That's
we are
close
not
to
even
Leeds.
close. You get it. So
Not at
we
all.
are here in the UK, separate from each other, far away from each other, and we have people all over watching us from Canada, US, um, Sweden, Amsterdam. Everybody is here watching us. Ontario, even in Ontario, we have New Brunswick and the rest. You get it. So
Wow.
that is the power of the digital age. That is the power of being online with your business. So I
Absolutely.
just want to talk a bit about if you're out there and you want to start a digital business. Look, the 9 to 5 grind is not going to be enough for you to build the dreams that you want. Right. So if you are interested in, after everything we've spoken about, you think that this is something I want to explore, you're taking a good decision. If you want to speak to any of us, we have our website there, www.jenniferedu.com. IO is www.theio.com. If you want, both of us are in the same business. We are both mentors and consultants. Any of us can help you. If you want to start your own business, feel free to contact any of us. Register on our website and we will get back to you. We will communicate to you in your email. And as we were talking about, someone sharing a screenshot, a chat, he has had with people to IO. We have a privacy policy. And so we don't do
Absolutely.
that. Okay, so feel
Absolutely.
free and just contact us. Start your business online. I don't know what Ayo is going to say about that, but for me, like he said, digital is a new oil. So I don't know if you have anything to add up. If anybody wants to start a business online, it's good for you to do that because it would amaze you the things you can do. And the thing is, you can mix it up with your own career. So you may be
Absolutely.
doing your 9 to 5, you can still do that. And the digital business would run on the background for you. Like I said early on, you just need 2 hours maximum
Mm.
to be online. We will teach you how you can schedule, how you can do so many things. So I don't know, are you just a few things that you want to add up to if someone is interested in starting a digital business? What advice would you give to the person for them to increase their chances of success?
Sorry, say that again. You broke up
If
for a bit.
someone wants to start their own business, online,
Mm.
their own digital business, what's your advice? What advice would you give them so it can help them increase their chances of success?
What I would say, first of all, is don't overthink it. Going online is as easy as ABC.
Yeah.
I live and breathe this. Jennifer lives and breathes this. So I'll tell you, don't overthink it.
Mm,
Simplify it, break it down. What do you need? Start from where
mm,
you are. Quite a lot of people think you need $1 million to be able to go
mm,
online or start your business. I used to have that question when we were building or when we build websites for people. Oh, I hope it will not cost me £5,000. I hope it will not cost me £20,000. What do you want to do? You can't say you want to build, for example, a bank website, for example, and then say that all I have is £1,000. That's not going to work because you don't own a bank. The things and the features and functions that run in a bank app, they're massive. That it's a lot. So that won't be possible. So I'd say
yeah.
simplify, break down, go to your level, see where
Mm,
you are, be honest with yourself in your assessment of what you want to do. Oh, I want to go online. I want to have an online business that does this and I can build on, or that I can build now and then I can reap the rewards in the future. Then
mm,
you can get advice on how to start. Everybody can start from where they are. Everybody
yeah.
can literally
Yeah.
start from where they are.
Everybody.
There's nothing without plan. I'd say plan. You can't do you can build a tower in a day. You can build a 10-story building in a week. There's a process, plan,
Mm,
then there's a process to it. It is absolutely important that you understand that you need to, things will take, a particular process. It's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in
mm,
a week. It's not going to, unless it's a get rich quick scam, where they say,
yeah.
oh, start this business today, and next week we'll start paying you $300 or 500 naira or 50,000 CDs or whatever currency you spend.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
is a scam. Run. As a matter of fact, remove your shoes before you run and put your
You're
shoes on your
right.
head and run as fast as you can. You know, and run as fast as you can
Hmm.
because it tells you that that's a scam. No proper
It's a,
business
it's a, it's
goes
it's
like
a
that.
straight up scam. Yeah.
So I'd say that look at the process of growth. You plant a bean seed in the ground, and then
Yeah.
you water it, and seasons come and think a few days after it starts to sprout. It's not going to
Yeah.
give you seeds that next day, but it's
Mm,
growing. Remember,
it's
it's
growing.
growing. As
Mm,
the fact is, as long as it's growing, it has the potential to birth multitudes of the seed you put in the ground. But the fact
yeah.
is, humans, we're not patient. Remember, I talked about process. We're not patient
Yeah.
enough, to wait. The final thing, because of our time, I'll talk about is product. What product is that business into? What product? Sometimes the product is a service. When you, for example, a doctor delivers a service, they diagnose you and tell you what injection to take, then the nurse gives you the injection and all that.
Yeah.
That is their product. The product is care. The product is cure. They deliver that product, they deliver the service to you. So if you look at what product are you into, what are you about? Are you just, there's so very many business. I've seen so many online businesses that you can't really tell what they, even sometimes when they define it does not make sense because you just know that, okay, so how do you sell this thing and you're giving me £1,000 every week? If
Mm-hmm.
it is not,
Mm-hmm.
a pyramid scheme, it is not possible that you get that sort of money without you putting in it some work.
Yeah.
You're going to have
Yeah.
to work. You're going to have to invest some money. You're going to have to probably, advertise or do whatever it is. It is a
Mm,
business. So whatever business you run, you're going to market. You're going to market that business. You're going to advertise
yeah.
that business. You're going to
Mm,
build that brand. If once you understand this rudiments, this basics, then it becomes easy because now you have the right mindset,
yeah.
to be able to go into that business and then prosper and succeed. Once you have
Mm,
that, you keep on going because, like I said, you need to be patient and watch
yeah.
your bean seed sprout and grow and then it starts to move around, and you're saying, oh yeah, this thing is growing, it's growing, it's growing. And one day you see that flower or see that pod, and then
Mm,
it, as you know, it starts to give you more bean seeds, or what's it called, and that's how
yeah,
you make it. As a farmer, that's how they make it. If they plant
yeah,
one corn, then it grows, and then they have a maize, and then not just one, but they have,
yeah. And
what we
when
call
you
it,
get those seeds, don't just
eat it.
eat everything. Keep some,
Absolutely.
plant more. And that's where
Exactly.
reinvesting comes in.
Investment.
So, guys,
Exactly.
we don't want to share all the tips here. Come and see us. And the beauty of our business, we have
Absolutely.
done the market research, we have the products, we have everything set up for you. Okay. So if
Absolutely.
you think that I won't have time to think about products, and don't worry, we've done everything for you. Just contact us and we will help you to set up your business in less than
Yeah.
2 weeks. It all depends on you. You just need to take a decision, right? So we are here for
Absolutely.
you whenever you are ready. Okay, thank you so much, Ayo. We've learned so much. I have learned a lot. And anybody who is here live, I'm sure they have learned a lot. Those who'll be watching us later on would learn so much from this video as well. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation, and we hope we'll have you by one more time. It's so much knowledge, guys. This guy is loaded. And let me tell you something. He's just one man out
Hmm.
of the 156,000 people in my business community. This is just one
Absolutely.
person,
Yeah.
right? So we have
Exactly.
so many people with good knowledge in entrepreneurship, like-minded people like us who are there
That
and
can
ready to
help.
share the knowledge with you that can help you to be
Exactly.
successful and to grow. So don't just waste your time. Okay, relying on just your 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 may be good. I'm not against 9 to 5, but all I'm saying is have a plan B. Because, like we were
Exactly.
talking about job displacement and all that, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So just have a plan
Absolutely.
B. Come online, build a business online that would be there forever for your children, for your children's children. Just start somewhere and just sow that seed, water it, nurture it, let it grow, let it give you more seeds, reinvest, and just that's how the billionaires do it. Okay, it's not rocket
Exactly.
science. And the process is amazing. So don't just be there, listen to us, and go back to sleep. Wake up. Okay. Thank you
Final
so much,
words. I was
Ayu.
going to say something from what you said now. If you're
Yeah.
watching and you just listen to what she said, remember the guy on CNN who's worked with CNN for over 10 years or thereabout
Mm,
and was
yeah.
sacked overnight? He wasn't even told. Have a plan
Hmm,
B. I like that word. Have that plan B and make
yeah.
sure you have it. That's one of the biggest organizations in the world, CNN,
Yeah.
media
Yeah.
organizations in the world. And they fired someone overnight.
Mm,
If he does not have a plan B, that's it. He'll
that's
probably not
it.
know what to go into. Even if he has a business idea, if he does not know
Mm,
how to invest,
yeah.
he has not learned what to do. Now, that is someone who works for a top organization. Now,
Yeah.
imagine some people who've not done that. Have a plan B, especially also have a retirement plan.
Yeah.
When you're in your 50s, for example, or 60s or 70s, what will you eat? What will you do? You need to start building your business now.
Hmm.
God bless you. Thank you so very much for having me,
Thank you
Jennifer.
guys so much for joining us, and thank you, Ayu, for honoring our invitation. We are so grateful. We've had an amazing time. Thank you for the knowledge shared with us. It's so much amazing. Thank you so much. I cannot stop saying that enough. Thank you guys for joining us. I have a comment in the section. Let's see. Yeah, Ida was giving us the name of the guy. That's Don Lemon.
Don Lemon, yes, Don
Yeah.
Lemon. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was dumb lemon. So, ladies and gentlemen, just have a plan B. I'm sure you've learned a lot. Share this video with
Absolutely.
anyone you think would benefit
Please.
from this. Okay, comment, share, like, whatever. We are not perfect. We don't know it all as well. So if you have more knowledge to add up, just write it in the comment section, and we will be happy to learn more as well. We don't say no to knowledge. We learn every week, every day, every
Absolutely.
second. So guys. We will leave it here. We wanted to spend 30 minutes and we ended up spending almost an hour. Forgive us.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So it's going to be a good night for today, and we hope to see you next week with another amazing topic. We don't know what that's going to be, but we would birth it before Saturday. So stay tuned and we will see you next week. Bye for now, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.